I try my best to be as non-biased as possible about products because while there may be things I don't like about certain products, they're usually things that other people may like or may find good use for. In the case of this Vivitar DVR 786HD action cam, there's very little positive that I can say about this cam. Let's get it out of the package, show you what it comes with, and talk about what's so bad about this product. Unpackaged, it's clear that this thing comes with quite a few different mounts and accessories. As a matter of fact, let's just look at the specs. It says it's a 12 megapixel 2-inch screen, 2 mounts included, a wireless remote, and says that it does full HD 1080p, works as an action cam, bicycle and helmet mounts, and so on. There's the back if you want to look at it. It comes with a couple of manuals, quick start user guides, and so on. So let's just look. This is the bicycle mount. There is no padding, nothing to keep it from scratching your bar, but it works very similar to the GoPro. As a matter of fact, I can actually get this camera using it's got a really bizarre mounting system. Mounts up, but I can actually use this on a GoPro mount. Now you have to really tighten it down more than you should, but it does work with a GoPro mount, and this is like the camera mount strap. And the way this mounts up, you screw this onto the base. You've got these little weird things. You can kind of turn it and adjust it as you need it, and then you put that into your mount bases and tighten that down. And you do so with a screw that looks like a GoPro thumb screw, but it's very difficult to work with because the screw's loose in there. Okay, got this thing, don't know what that is. Charge adapter, charge cable, a helmet strap, a glue patch or an adhesive patch, excuse me, for the helmet mount. You got a couple of other different mounts that clip in, and you've got this cool little bracelet. Now this is one nice thing. Kind of a watch band style remote. So you can take pictures, turn it on and off, start and stop your video, and so on. Okay, that's all the good stuff about this camera. Now, unfortunately, we get into all the bad stuff, and that is anything to do with the actual camera itself, other than the fact that it's small. Now, it comes in this little waterproof case. The problem first with this case is the buttons are kind of odd and wonky. And that one specifically, this is the power and this is the start, stop video footage or to take pictures, doesn't always respond. But the case does appear to be waterproof. It's got a nice seal on the inside here. And the camera itself is actually kind of small. So I guess that's good. Oop, upside down. It's kind of small. It's fixed focus. I mean, you know, everything you would expect for an action cam. It does have the little tripod mount base there. It has a 2 or 2.1 inch, 2.0 inch little screen there. You put your SD card in here and there's your charge. There's your reset button. If you're going to own this camera, you're going to have to keep a paper clip handy because you're going to be resetting it a lot. To turn it on, you press and hold. It will boot up. And there's our preview screen. It gives a pretty accurate representation of what's going on. You can start and stop video. Now the problem, that's where the problems start. Starting and stopping video. At random, this thing, especially if you get long videos, it'll just lock up and you have to use the reset button. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say that probably 2 out of every 4 times, so half the time that I film, this thing locks up and I have to reset it with the reset button. So that makes it practically unusable as an action cam. As I'm not going to go through any of the settings or anything like that, but let me show you where, aside from the locking up, which is a huge, huge problem, why it's such a horrible action cam. I'm going to mount this to the handlebars on my bicycle next to a GoPro, and let's just look at the quality of this supposed 1080p and all the jello that this has. The Vivitar mounted up beside the GoPro on the same handlebars. This should give roughly the same angle. Let's see how they compare. After 2 days of trying to get a clip with this Vivitar, which is on the left, on the right we have a GoPro Hero Session, this was the only usable clip that I got. You can see the jello, the color oversaturation, Just not a very good camera. And look how good the GoPro is on the right. Very smooth, even on the same street. So as you can see, the video quality is just not very good. So even though this little camera is only 60 bucks, it's just horrible video quality. And you saw the jello. And you saw it next to the GoPro. Now to be fair, the GoPro, 3 times the price of this. But still, this is like the little cheap $50 drone video quality where you just got all that constant jello. And then on top of that, remember, this thing locks up more than half the time that I try to use it. So when I was riding around with it, took me 2 days to get that footage you just watched because this thing kept locking up while I was out. Finally got to where I would carry a paper clip with me to reset it, and I was able to get the footage. So those two things make this, it's just not an action cam. If it can't do action, then what good is it? Now, the one positive, I guess, try to leave on something positive, is that this seems to work. It starts and stops video, and it'll even turn off this unit. Doesn't turn it on. You can't click and hold to turn it on, but it will turn it off, and it will start and stop video and recording. So at least that works. I don't know how far it works. Didn't test that because I just got too frustrated with this unit. But in short, I just wanted to make a quick video to warn anyone against buying this DVR 786HD, as in my opinion, it is absolutely a horrible product and is most certainly not a good action cam as it is marketed. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.